Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Manticore, the Tier 10 British SPG. It's located on the east spawn of Safe Haven, and it's under the command of Aurorik78 of SAMS. And Duffy's in it with him as well, Clyde Masu. He's in the DBV152. Now, he's got the usual setup, which normally involves a CVS and a, what else? The exhaust and something else. But he's got his usual setup, which we posted before. Okay, the Manticore 105mm main gun. Capable of doing, if I remember correctly, 390 alpha. Yes, it is. And he's spotting these guys over here by the factory. Pumps around it and he gets a low roll on his first shot into the Death Star. And he pulls back enough so those supports actually, or the columns actually protect him. Looks like we've got an RU-251, yeah, up on top of the bunker. And oh, that's the Arty. The Arty on the enemy team's a Batchat 155-58, and they've also got an Batchat 155-55. It's a tier. Oh, he's just been stunned. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Okay, unfortunately, Duffy took a big hit, and he's very low on hit points now. Unfortunately, that one didn't connect either. But he is spotting these guys, although nobody's actually getting any damage off his spots at the moment. I think coated optics is also one of the things he's actually got on his equipment. Oh, that T110E4, having a quick look. But you notice he can't see Aurorik at the moment because he's so good with his camo that, well, he could be almost in plain sight and the enemy won't see him. Got incredible camo rating. Oh, look, and Duffy has provided him with trees to hide behind as well. And he gets that round in as well. And the return fire from the E4 is nowhere. Now, there's an event going on, and it's right in the centre of town. That should be enough for us to go unspotted. E4's still there. Every time he pokes out, he's taking risks. But if he tries to fire at this angle, I'm pretty sure Aurorik knows that he will bounce off the frontal armour. But if he can get it in through the side armour, no problem at all. Oh, he'll easily go in through the Type 5. Yep. But he actually hit the tracks, and it didn't go in. Look at the damage to Duffy. He's only working on 13 hit points, poor guy. Okay, he'll get this one in. Yes, and the Death Star is now down to a one-shot. And I think the Leopard alongside us wants to kill. Or does he? Oh, it's not a Leopard, it's a Pattern. Oh! Duffy gets the kill. Well, I suppose that's compensation for all the damage that Duffy took from the Arty. Yes, he did take a lot of damage. And now that Death Star is a bit of a hindrance to them, but I suppose they could use the wreck for cover. Yes, they are using the wreck for cover. But it's not working because that was a big shot from Duffy into the E4, and you can see it went into the top of the turret. Their Arty's picking up kills. They just killed our Selma out in the field nearby. There he is. There's the wreck of the Selma. So yes, there were rounds coming in, and the Arty is focusing on this area. Now, he's a 3-shot autoloader, so there's a very good chance the Batchat 155-58 is still dialed in on this spot, but he's looking for targets to shoot at. Well, no, didn't go in. It was frontal armor and at the wrong angle. We'll take a look at the configuration of the Manticore when we get to the end of this battle, because we've got 3 battles for you to watch. It's a real long video, and I do apologise to Aurorik for waiting so long for it, but he's like a lot of players at the moment who are waiting mainly because I haven't been well, and so I've been unable to get the videos done, but I am now feeling a lot better because today I got my medicine at last. And yes, it does make me feel a lot better. Makes me feel very sleepy, but it's working because my blood pressure's gone way down. Duffy moves because, yeah, Aurorik trying to get in underneath. But yes, the Arty are trying to focus on this area, and that means somebody can see us up here, and it's either the guys down in the corner. Oh, that was the 268 version 5 just firing and taking out our Strib 1030. So I think we're going to pay him a visit and put a round into him. Notice he's using standard ammo only, because of course Aurorik likes doing that. Hello! Humps around into his rear. Remember, the Manticore's got very long reload. Normally 18.42 seconds. And in Aurorik's case, it's 12.94. So he's actually decreased the reload by 6 seconds. He's waiting for that reload to complete. And now he's going to go in and finish the guy off. What a shot! He wasn't hasty. He actually waited until his gun was nice and level, so it went right in through the side. Maximum damage. And that's the first kill Aurorik's got in this game so far. Okay, he's headed back because the enemy appears to be getting closer to our cap area. We do have two Arty over there. The enemy team have got a batch at 155-58 over on their side of the battlefield, but they've also got a 704, a T30, and a Death Star. They just lost their E4, and we're starting to make moves towards their cap area as well. Now, don't want to... Oh, he's being very careful. Yeah, nice and careful. Because there's some of these slopes, if you go down them too fast, you will suffer damage, and it could be catastrophic for a light tank to take. Oh, hello. What have we got here? Well, he sees us. It's a T30. Ow, and he gets a penetrating shot, but of course, you'd expect that because this tank really doesn't have any armor. 80mm on the front of the turret, that's all. And I suspect he got through the front of the turret as well. T30 is a one-shot. Say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, he decided not to shoot, so he wasted a shot there. He's trying to hide, and he's raising his gun to try and stop anyone getting a shot in on his cupola. And we didn't get that one in. But we're changing position. The 704 took a big hit there from the RT. Well, big hit. 45. Makes him a one-shot now for Aurorik. And there's the T30 killing the E4 on our team. There's only two enemies left. The T30, who's now out of the game. And the last one is the 704, and he is a one-shot. And that is the end of the first game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second-class tanker for Aurorik78 of SAMS in the Manticore. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, 5 for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle, and he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8 in that one, and his win rate was quite high, 5,027, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game went to Duffy of all things. Yes, he did suffer a lot of damage from the enemy Arty, but 4,151 hit points was the highest damage on our team, but not the highest damage overall. The T30 got the high caliber for 5,929. And the third place player, well, that was the IS-7 on our team with 3,510. We can see Aurorik managed to get 2,881. Which actually puts him in, well, 6th place actually on damage, because there's 2 players on the enemy team who got more than he did, and 3 members of his own team, one of which was Duffy, and then of course he's in the next spot after that. So 6th place. When it came to kills though, the top scorers were the E4 on our team and the T30 on the enemy team. They both got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the IS-7 and the 704 on the enemy team. And also Aurorik, the Minotauro, the M53, M55 on our team. So we've got 4 players with 2 kills. They only got 1. And we can see Duffy only got 1 kill in the game, but he was racking up the damage like nobody's business. When it came to base XP, we can see top scorer is the IS-7 with 983. Then we've got Aurorik with 915. And then third place, we've got the E4 on our team with 834. And fourth place goes to Duffy with 757. Aurorik fired only 14 rounds of 105mm ammunition. He got 12 direct hits on the enemy and 8 penetrations. 2,881 hit points of damage, of which 2,053 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see he was doing long-range sniping on these enemies and actually providing the eyes for the guys who were sitting in the center, blasting away at the enemy tanks at the other end next to the bunker. 1 hit received. It was a penetrating shot, of course, so you couldn't really avoid it because the T30 has got a big 155mm gun. It's going to do a lot of damage if it does pen, and it did, of course, I'm afraid. You also received 1 hit by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and he got 1,468 hit points of spotting assist in that game, and that earned him the spotter medal. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 90,878 credits from the game, including getting 65,000 for mission completion. And on top of that, he got 7 bonds for the being tier 10 and 3,431 experience points after that as well. Let's have a quick look at the profile. It's always nice actually seeing this because not everybody actually bothers to see where all the modules are in the vehicle. You can see the Manticore basically is all engine up front of the vehicle. That is the engine block. And you can see the engine's actually just slightly behind the drive of the transmission. And you can see the driver is on the right-hand side, the commander is on the left-hand side, and he has to do just about everything. Loading, aiming, and also the radio. And the ammo is either side at the back, and the fuel tank is at the back of the Manticore as well. So if you take a round through the front, if it's close to the gun or if it's anywhere around here, it's not really going to touch off any ammo because the ammo is well down behind the engine. So if an enemy shoots at this tank from the front, it will penetrate, but it won't get anywhere near the ammo because that's right at the back. You need to hit the back in order to get a fire or an ammo rack. And of course, if you do aim for that engine block, that little bit that sticks out at the rear of the Manticore, it's very difficult to hit because it's so small. But yes, you might either be lucky dip. You will either get a fire or you will get an ammo rack. You could get both actually in theory, but no. You can see the radio right at the back at the top. Of course, it's within easy reach of the commander. So that's the where everything is placed in this tank. So I said during the game that this is actually a 3-battle video, and that's the first one. Let's have a look at the second battle. The second replay is on Erlenberg, and we're on the North Spawn. Game on. A lot of achievement awards on Aurorik's tank. Yes, of course, he's a light tank driver, and so he plays these ones a lot. Obviously to learn a lot about them so he can use them to a good effect. The Manticore is a favourite amongst a lot of light tank drivers because it's so, it's so good at camo, but it's also got that big 105mm gun, so packs a huge punch. Now he's actually going to look for the enemy. He's got down as far as the middle part of the map. He's found the Sheridan, and he's in a bush, and I don't think the enemy can see him. He didn't get spotted. He's just spotted another enemy tank. And he's moving about within the bush, but that won't matter because you've still got the same camo if you're moving or not. Now there are Arty on his team, and in fact actually that enemy tank, the Lat Strip, actually did get direct fired. He's looking at that UDIS at the moment, marking him for our teammates. There he is again. I always find that very useful if the light tank actually highlights the tank for me that I can actually work with, because I'll obviously look on the mini-map and find a target, but if a light tank actually highlights a specific tank that's a threat, then actually we can do something about it. Of course, the benefit is the more that the light tank spots enemy tanks and highlights them, the more damage I can do for him, and he picks up the spotting every time one of my shells lands. Ooh, another enemy tank, and look at that, it's a DBV-152. Now, Duffy is in this game, and he's also in a DBV-152, but as you can see at the moment, he's way off on the east side of the map, and he's up near the house, defending against those tanks that are up on the hill. They obviously know that they're being spotted by Duffy, as well as, of course, they're being spotted by Aurorik down here. Their sixth sense keeps going off, so that's why they're reluctant to move forward. Of course, if they do move forward, they lose a lot of hit points to Duffy. And in fact, the M53, M55 is helping him. So this is working quite nicely. He's now highlighted the same tank as before. It's not a Strip K, is it? It's the lat one. Trying to look for it. No, the late strip has already gone. It's a medium tank he's highlighting. Going for the UDIS again. Our guys seem to be doing quite well, actually. They've kind of boxed the enemy in on this side of the river. They've only got an Object 2685 on the other side. And guys defending their rear. So the UDIS 033 has been killed. So Duffy could move forward now, actually. I don't think there's anything stopping Duffy from moving up. If the enemy is boxed in, they might try to go around our tanks and come out here, directly out here. I think our Leopard 1 has seen... Yeah, I think he's seen that there is an option here. There's an opening, and Duffy's moving to take advantage of it. Yeah, those guys are really boxed in. They can't get any further. Our Kampfpanzer's Sieben is actually stopping them, and the guys behind him, including an E5, who's very low on hit points now. Duffy is actually, well, he's moving into enemy territory now.
I need your help. Let me get to support you. Thanks.
This is working. Okay, the M53, M55 is supporting Aurorik. He's asking where to target. And he's saying, Duffy's saying he's hiding for the moment, but our Leopard's on the move. Now we're one up on the enemy. Our Leopard's moving near Duffy. We just need to highlight where the guys are. Let the Arty do his job. So you're going to go out near to Duffy and then come down the other side? Yep. Looks like that. View range of the Manticore is 400 meters. So like the Leopard 1, it's actually very capable of spotting the enemy. Of course, Leopard 1s can actually be used as alternatives to light tanks if there's no light tanks in the game. But they're a very flexible medium tank, the Leopard 1. Okay, so once we're down at the south, all we need to do is move in, get some eyes on who's close. Leopard 1's right at the back here. Okay. Okay, we've got spots on an Object 140. He's tracked. And he hit that one, but it didn't go through. Got a critical. Aurorik's already spot 3,700 hit points. Okay, that guy can't see us yet. But we picked the right spot and we can get damage. There he is. He's coming towards us. We lost sight of him temporarily. Oh, massive spotting there. Massive damage. I'm wondering, was that damage down to Duffy? Yes, Duffy got the 140. So Duffy has another kill. He's got 2 now. And those guys are actually in the gravel yards. And there's the Leopard prototype on the enemy team. We're hiding behind the logs. T62A is coming back. He's a one-shot. Or at least I think he is. So looking ahead. Yes, he got a hit. He's not a one-shot actually. But we did get spotted there. So we need to get into cover. Lovely. In fact, we've got some spotting assist there from the Leopard. Okay, so now we're going to move in. The Emil's popped his head out to see what's going on in the field. Obviously, the T62A getting hit. He's relocated to the other side of the river now. And this is a smart move as well, because this bush here, this set of trees and bushes, actually make fantastic cover for a light tank. A big hit. 433 is a high roll, and the Arty finishes the job, and I'm sure you'll be happy about that. Another good light tank Arty combo. We can put a shell in, the light tank can put a shell in, and then the Arty will finish them off, all the other way round. It really doesn't matter to Arty which way round it goes. But I'm sure Arty would love to pick up the damage rather than the actual kill shot and leave the kill shot for the light tank. That's how it normally goes, but I think he thought, Aurorik thought, let's put the damage in now quickly anyway, because of course he might disappear into the cover. T62A is just on the other side of the river. He's not quite a one-shot. He's actually needs a bit of damage. Okay, we were in their cap area. So, of course, their sirens going off. There's their DBV. Oh, we got close. We got spotted. But the DBV's relocating now. He suddenly realised, oops, I was in the wrong spot there. He was covering his cap, but the moment he got spotted, shells were going in on him. He's spotted for 187. Okay, these guys are coming back. He's not looking at us, so we'll put a round in. And he got average roll there. This sort of game is bread and butter to Aurorik. He loves light tank games. That guy's not a one-shot. And the DBV's crossing the river at the deep area. Oh, we did take a round. Unfortunately. And it was a heat round. That was a bit of a waste by him. And Duffy thumps one of the enemy, but he didn't get the kill. He hit the Wizzy 111. We killed the Leopard. Oh, this is really coming together now. There's only 3 enemies left. One of which is the DBV. He's a one-shot. Hello, we're locked on. Need to get close. There you go. And there's only 1 enemy remaining now. It's an Object 263. He's over the other side of the river. In fact, he's way up in the corner. In fact, there he is. He's just been spotted. Now, can we get around in? Oh, he got the kill shot! And that wins the game. What a great game that one. Well, that was an ace tanker game for Aurorik78 of SAMS in the Manticore. It all came together. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. Fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a brothers in arms because he was in platoon with Duffy. They both managed to get at least 3 kills each. And on top of that, he got patrol duty because he was the one spotting the enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged, at least 6 of them. And of course, at the start of that game, he got to the position where he could spot the enemy couldn't see him, even though he was just sighted in a tiny little bush. His win rate on that one, 3,752, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score and see where everyone was. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Wizzy 111 Model 5A on the enemy team. He got 4,486 hit points, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't pick up a high caliber. Second highest damage was the Object 268 version 5 on the enemy team. He got 4,280. And the third highest damage, well, that goes to a Conqueror on our team, who managed to get 3,566 hit points. In that battle, we can see that Duffy actually did better than Aurorik. Again, 2,890 hit points to Duffy, and he was beaten by 4 members of the enemy team, 2 members of his own. He was in 7th place when it came to damage. And yes, there's Aurorik, 2,144 hit points, which is very good for a light tank in a tier 10 battle. And he beat all but 4 of the enemy team, and there were 6 on the enemy team, so he was 11th on damage in that one. Yikes. But when it came to kills, look at that. Yeah, top 3 players. That was Duffy with 3 kills, then the 705A with 3, and then Aurorik, yes, getting that brothers in arms because they both had 3 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, yeah, he's got that one too, but he got it with the Conqueror. Aurorik picked up 1,259, so pretty emphatic win. 1,043 goes to the Conqueror, and we can see the 705 in 3rd place got 894. Kind of Sue in this one, or Duffy, he actually picked up 815, and he's in 5th place. 8 shots fired, 8 direct hits, only 7 penetrations. Now, I'm not sure which one it was, but I think it may have been the shot that he actually fired at the Object 140 that failed to get in, because he fired, I think, at the moment when he was, it looked like he was advancing towards us. 2,144 hit points of damage, of which 789 were up more than 300 meters. So in this game, he did a lot more close-in action. 1 hit received, it was a penetrating shot, and of course, that was the big one that came at him from the tank that popped out of nowhere. The Conqueror. It's the other one down the end of the road, and yes, unfortunately, he was lined up on us. The moment that Aurorik poked his head around the corner to take a shot at him, he was ready and waiting. And so, yes, he did take that 1 hit. But the guy wasted a heat round trying to get into a Manticore. And of course, Manticores don't have the armor. So it's a bit of a waste firing a heat round at a light tank. You'd be better off with an HE round because it'll go straight through and do maximum damage. Anyway, he spotted 6 enemy vehicles, so missed out on getting the scout medal. He got 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 7,302 hit points of spotting assist in that game. So a combined damage of 9,000 and, well, close to 9,400, we'll say. Well, slightly more than that, but anyway. And if we look at the credits, we can see he earned a profit of 72,732. No bonus for completing a mission, though, unfortunately, out of that one. But he did get 7 bonds for this being tier 10 and 10,388 experience points. Yes, because he did complete a mission on the experience side. So, second battle is an ace tanker. A very good battle in close action. They did take advantage of that open flank because the enemy boxed themselves in trying to get up through the city, and they just got stuck. Really stuck in there, and of course that allowed Duffy and Aurorik to both go flying down the east side of the map and then just do an end run around them. So, third replay. Let's have a look and see how he does in that one. And the third replay is on the Fisherman's Bay map. And this time round, instead of just Duffy, who's now in the Leopard 1, we've got Jean-Louis, and he's in the Lion. Game on. It's a big open field out there. Should be able to get some spots. Okay, he's being very careful not to overshoot the bush. Pop out the other side. And he's now spotting. In fact, we've spotted a Heshbon over by the rocks. Hasn't got an easy shot on that one, but there's a T62A in there, and oh look, the Arty has managed to get around in. And in fact, he's not the only one getting around in. Looked like one of our guys managed to get a shot in there as well on the T62A. Okay, just spotted a Leopard 1 nearby. But he's hiding behind a building. Doesn't appear to be anyone on the west side of the map down in the channel. I think Aurorik's spotted that and he's going to try and take advantage of it. Got our Heshbon on that corner. He's eyeing up that Leopard for a quick shot. And nobody in sight, so Aurorik's going way ahead. And it looks like he's going to try and spot the enemy from right up close. Nope, nobody around. I remember he's got the CVS, so yeah, you should be able to see through some of the thinner bushes. Oh, he's been spotted. Yep, Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, but we got some spotting off that one. And he pumps around in as well, and the kill shot goes to JL. Oh, that round zipped past us into the bush. Well, the good news is that Duffy's coming up behind us in the Leopard 1, so he's going to be able to support us. There's the Death Star. It's fairly close by, actually, but he is taking a lot of damage. And the enemy Leopard. No, it didn't connect. But the Death Star has gone down, and he got the spotting off it, so that's a major bonus. So it's 4-0 at the moment. Let's go try. Oh, he's found the object 261. Okay, so he pumps around in. Actually hits the gun, would you believe it? And the kill shot goes to Duffy. Okay, so what's next? Who's the next one we're going to spot? Well, it's an E50M coming back. It's a tier 10 game only. Oh, he's pushing way over. This is interesting. So there's a number of enemy tanks now spotted, and Arty's going to have a field day with this. Okay, there's their Leopard 1. Just waiting for those Arty shells to start raining in. The E50 is very close, so obviously we do need to be careful. If we go out this bush, we're more than likely going to get spotted. But our guys are actually still getting damage. And there's the Heshbon. And that was an Arty round coming in there. It's 6-1 now. This game is really going well. Yep, he's asking for help with the Heshbon because obviously we don't want that one alive when we begin the assault. And he gets a nice high roll for 412, but we were spotted. So he pulls back to avoid the E50 taking a chunk out of him. And now he's unspotted again, so he can actually move up, move back, reacquire all of the guys over on the right here. And more damage is going in, and looks like both those shots were from Duffy and JL. There's the Heshbon, just showing the battle. He gets another high roll for 398. And yes, the kills are coming in. JL just killed the E4. There's the Heshbon. Yep, he gets a chunk of him, but it's a low roll, but only by 3 hit points. And, well, Duffy's decided to go all in, so we're going to go all in as well. There's the E50. He's now looking at us, but he doesn't know what to do because he's got 3 enemy tanks on him. So he's now being monstered, and he's out the game. He didn't know whether to shit or die. Sorry, I don't normally use that language, but that's a phrase from a film, actually. He didn't know what to do, that guy. And there's another kill. There's only 2 enemies left. We're chasing one of them, and that's the Object 780. Oh my God, they've wolf-packed the enemy, and look at this. And there's the last kill of the game, and that went from the Centurion Action 10, and this is a really good win. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tanker for Aurorik78 in the Manticore. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, fire for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle, patrol duty for being the only one spotting 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged, and his win rate from that game was 2,400, which is very good indeed, but not Unicum or Super Unicum level. But I guess that's down to the fact that he didn't do as much damage as he did in previous battles. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in this game actually went to Jean-Louis. 4,012 hit points he managed to get. Second highest damage went to the Centurion Action 10, who got the last kill of the game. He got 3,653. And the third highest damage, well, that went to Duffy, 3,614. We can see Aurorik's down here with 2,360, which means that he was beaten by only 2 members, only 1 member of the enemy team, but 5 members of his own team, which means that he's actually in 7th place when it came to damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see he's actually in, well, he's way down here because he didn't get any kills at all. The top scorer was Jean-Louis again. 4 kills to him. 2 kills went to the Centurion Action 10, the Leopard 1 of Duffy. 2 kills also went to the Heshbon team, the Death Star, and the Jaegeru. And on the enemy team, only 4 tanks actually managed to get a kill at all in that game. When it came to base XP, we can see Aurorik did get that one. He got the top with 1,076. Second highest was the Centurion Action 10 with 883. And then we've got Jean-Louis with 862, followed by Duffy with 825. Aurorik fired only 7 shots, but he got 6 direct hits and 6 penetrations. 2,360 hit points of damage, of which 387 were at more than 300 meters. Damage 4 of the, spotted 4 of the enemy, damaged 4 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he did get 7,487 spotting assists in that game. So a combined damage of over it's 9,700. So it's close to 10,000 overall. On the premium count, he actually made 83,894 credits, but he didn't get any mission completion bonus out of that one. He got 7 bonds. And he also picked up 8,877 experience points, getting a mission completion for 6,456. So another good battle by Aurorik, and I believe they were all very close together in terms of date. In fact, they were all on the same day. So all games played on the same day. The first victory was at 5 minutes to 7. The next one, 6 minutes after 7. So that must have been a consecutive battle. And the third one after that, 1939. I suspect that actually he was playing these one after the other and getting great results. So well done indeed. Now we've got more replays by Aurorik coming up. In fact, they're featuring his favorite tank, the T92. So do stick around for that. We've got two videos to do, and I'll be putting those up shortly. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.